Morning, everybody. There's sizzling pudding coming at you in our home waters today, and we literally have a tropical storm headed our way. We're under a tropical storm watch right now as we speak, and we decided, you know what, we need to get out here and fish before it gets really, really bad. But the conditions are pretty tough today. 30-knot winds in our face, and it's pretty rough inshore. Well, not that rough, but anyhow, we're having a blast. Haven't caught too much bait in my cast net, not having a lot of luck with that, but we got an incoming tide. That should change things, and Brian's fishing a pop and cork over here with a shrimp, and I am fishing a shrimp on a jig, and we are just trying and exploring different areas. We've caught a few fish this morning so far, some jacks, ladyfish, schoolmaster, snapper, and that's basically really it. Oh yeah, and a bunch of catfish. But we're into the microfish today, and we're not skunked. That's what matters.
Yeah, they're trying to make something happen. Been 30 knots on our face for like 4 days now.
Yep. And it's only going to get worse the next 4 or 5 days because this storm is obviously approaching. So as soon as, closer and closer it gets, we're not going to be able to do our job for a while. So we're taking advantage of the time now.
Yeah, doing the best we can. And yeah, we're actually exploring new areas just right in our hometown. You know, no matter how long you fish in an area, I've been fishing here for like 10 years, and it's still spots I want to try. So that's just what we're banging out today when it might be a slow day. So come along with us. All right, guys, this is the top water jack spot from the other day. Let's see if it pays. Oh, blow up. Oh, a good blow up. That could have been a snook.
Yeah?
Because it wasn't like so drastic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It wasn't so violent.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. Huh. You're not that interested. You're not chasing it.
I got 2 swipes at this. I might be a snook. It wasn't that aggressive, so I'm going to throw a shrimp over there.
Oh, it's a turtle.
What?
The turtle just popped up right there. A little closer to the boat. I don't think that was a turtle, though.
No.
Nice! Brian's hooked up. What you got? What you got?
Feels like a jack.
Jack attack.
Well, maybe it wasn't a snook. Maybe just a
Yeah.
lazy jack.
Nice.
Woo!
Good job. Oh, look at his tail.
Oh, yeah.
Big cut. Nice. Biggest fish of the day by Brian.
Nice. All right, guys. Go up my fish, Sizzle. You can see that
open your
jig
bail.
right in his face. Look at his tail. All right, guys, let me show you what I used here. Let me just take this jig right out. I can't believe he's not flipping. He's gonna flip and break my finger right now.
Yes.
All right.
He's being calm.
Nice fish. Now, if you guys saw the video the other day and we were talking about the ocean jacks, they were so white and their tails were not that yellow we were saying. So look at this guy's tail. See how yellow that is?
Very bright.
On the bottom there? I mean, it's very yellow. And the ones the other day were not as yellow.
So that's a river jack.
That's more of a river jack. I mean, inshore jack. All right, so he's gonna be crab bait jack. He just almost flew out of the boat. Darcy would have killed me. So what I did there was almost like a little bit of angling that Darcy would do. But you know, a lot of times you're gonna use lures because you can cast them really fast and you can cover a lot of water. So that's what I was doing with that top water. And then I got a bite. I tried to get him again, but he wasn't being aggressive, you know what I mean? So then you gotta throw something different, maybe something slower. If you're bass fishing, you know, then you throw a worm in that hole, right? You guys know that. And then, but I threw a live shrimp, and he's my little setup. Now, I don't really do these sliding bobbers very often, and so I never done it before, so I feel like I invented it, but I didn't. So I had no bobber stoppers, but I just tied a piece of mono on here with a uni knot, and that stopped it on there. And then we always have beads, so the bead stops it, and then my bobber, and then on the bottom I have a jig head, so you want a little bit of weight with this setup, all right? So the deal is, if you've never used one of these before, very common in South Florida. We don't use them ever, but we should. But see, here's the setup. You can cast this. This is the end of the line, so this casts super easy. And then when it gets in the water, the jig shrimp head drops down, and then your bead hits your bobber stopper. And I just hooked the tackle box. Look, so that's what happens. Goes together, and then this comes back, and it just stays like that. And then when you reel it back in, boop, and then you can reel it in easy and cast it again. So that was the system. Still hasn't caught anything.
It's hard to feel the bites with the fucking wind.
Easy the language. I have a video camera going. Darcizzle, hard, tough fishing today, as we said before. But we got this one dock, and Darcy's fighting the sheepshead. Oh!
Jesus!
You broke it? What happened?
I don't know. There's a freaking fish on there, though. Just can't get any break. Not one. I can't feel these bites.
Oh!
Yeah, buddy.
Nice!
Got him.
Sizzle always gets her man.
So I accomplished it. I got his butt. Finally. He stole so much bait from me.
He is so pretty too. He's a
Sucker.
nice one.
Nice convict right there. Convict because, well, that's just a common name for sheepshead because they look like a convict. I caught him. Now, usually where there's one, there's more. And it's just really hard to feel these bites today with the, with the belly in the line and the wind, and it's just making it super difficult. And this fish has stolen many baits of mine, but I saw him follow out one of my shrimps out of the dock. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna catch him. So I hooked him once, and then somehow it pulled, and then I just hooked him again. And that is definitely a keeper. I believe they have to be 12, I think. I'm gonna double check. Actually, I don't think there is a size limit to them.
Nice.
So that's gonna be a nice fish sandwich right there. Look, he is really pretty.
Awesome.
He's from offshore.
Yeah.
Nice species. I'll keep him alive in the well, and let me see if I can pull another one out. Get over here. That's a nice fish. Oh, it's a nice one. We're catching dinner now. Woo!
That one is about the same size or bigger.
Nice one. A little bigger. Getting a little more happy.
A little more. Look at your face. Look at her face.
A little more happy.
Look at his face.
This fight's just been so tough. And the sheepshead, this is the time of year that they should be moving in. Oh wow, he inhaled that, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't going anywhere. And I
Well, that's because the mono.
And I just decided to change out my jig with a crusher jig that we bought in the Keys. There is my second sheepshead. He's definitely a little bigger than the first one and just really pretty. I guess they moved in, which is pretty cool to see. And they're absolutely delicious. A little on the tough side to fillet. And again, they're just one of the bait stealers. They're really difficult to hook. They have these crazy mouths that look like human teeth, and they have really like crushers inside there and stuff. It's pretty wild, but they're just really hard to hook. So you gotta use a tiny hook and really set the hook on these fish when you do finally hook them. A circle hook may work, but it's better to use a jig when you're looking for these guys. Nice. Let's get another one. We found the honey hole. I've been breaking my shrimp in half, so the last two fish I caught were on half a shrimp, and you can see this tiny little jig. I don't know what that is. I think that's 132 ounce, or what? How do you call it? 132?
Yeah, 132nd, whatever.
132nd, and then a little bit of weight to get it down, and then kind of just take the half the shrimp and rig it through his back, pop it out like that, and then I really shove the hook in there, and it's just completely hidden, and then that way he'll sink naturally, the natural presentation to the fish. But again, it's just really difficult in this wind because you should feel the bites when these fish bite, but at the same time, it's hard because you always have a belly in the wind with this crazy 30-knot winds in our face. So it's just making it difficult, but now I'm starting to get the hang of it in these conditions. Let's go. All right.
Another one for the sizzle. I was like on the phone, didn't have the camera going.
Another. I have my camera going. That's okay. Quality fish.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Not complaining. I can't catch a slot snook to save my life, but I can catch a sheepshead. Oh, come on,
That one's
dude.
smaller.
Come on, dude.
He's medium though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's tiny.
He
How
is,
big those gotta be?
he is a little smaller.
He's
Pretty
smaller,
sure
but he's not like small.
there's
He's like
no-
medium. I know. I'm sure there's a size limit, but he's over it.
Pretty.
Yeah.
snook just ate it when I was reeling it up. Woo, buddy. Woo, buddy. Relax. I felt a bite and it let go, and then I was reeling up, and the snook came up and ate it on 20 pound. Come on, buddy.
20 pound.
Come on. Yeah, we got him! Crusher dig, the tiniest little hook, slay snook. We got a snook now. The bite's only picking up this afternoon, which I thought it was going to be the exact opposite. I just thought it was going to get worse and worse as the day
Outgoing
went
tide,
on.
baby.
But we always love the outgoing. Yeah, that's true. And outgoing tide always works for us. We always start catching some decent fish. I caught those sheepshead. Look how he got hooked. I mean, just so perfect. He was not going anywhere. That jig just crushed him right in the corner. Let's see if I can get this out. Come on, buddy. But we got those sheepshead on the slack tide, and then it started to turn around, and now it's going out real good. And this, obviously sunset's coming, and these fish are just starting to chew. All right, I think I need pliers. All right, first snook of the day. That's a nice healthy one right there. Beautiful healthy specimen of a snook. And that's a common snook, of course. Not a keeper, but probably like 2 inches short. Nice fish. Not even gonna measure, he's probably 25. That's my luck. I catch 25-inch snook regularly, always sucking. Let go, buddy. Ow. That hurt. All right, time to get some more. Oh, come on, dude.
So just got to use ladyfish.
Oh, come on,
and have the camera on.
No.
She's over here wrestling this fish.
No, you're not allowed out of the boat. No. Stone crab trapping. You can't get loose.
So you're going to jump on them.
All right, guys, it's literally picking up out here. There's literally a tropical storm approaching, but we just had 2 awesome fans come up to the boat, and they love our channel. And I actually met Jaden 3 years ago, and this is Zyson, correct? Yes. And he's gonna say something really quick he wants to tell you about. Shout out.
Could you guys please follow me? It's King_Jaden22R.
So it's King_Jaden22R. There you go. So I'll put that on the screen. I'm also going to give them their sizzle stickers. If you see me out on the water, I will give you stickers, of course, because that's what I'm awesome and I love my fans. So there you go. There you go. And they're just asking me what we caught today. We're going to show them some of the fish. And yeah, so if you ever see me on the water, just make sure you stop by and say hello, because these 2 boys are awesome and they love to fish. Back at the house, guys, the weather is just continuing to deteriorate. It's even way windier than yesterday, but you know what? We made things happen on the water, and that's what matters. But we still got this hurricane Eta, or tropical storm Eta, right off our coast, and it seems like it's gonna sit here for the next like 7 days, which feels like it's gonna be a month. But anyhow, we're gonna dive right into this fish, and I'm so excited to have one because it's been since like early spring or like March of this year when we last had sheepshead in the area, so I'm so excited to catch more. But real quick, don't forget about my website and all the awesome stuff we have for the holidays. Can't believe 2020 is coming to a close. 2021, our sizzle calendars are available for sale. Don't forget about stone crab necklaces. Don't forget about the sterling silver necklaces. I have a wide variety of awesome nautical charms and pendants for y'all to choose from. Keychains as well, and paracord, fish hook, and anchor bracelets too, so check that out. But we're gonna dive right into this fish, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I did as I am filleting this guy. And I'm using my Lawaya today from Smith, my 7-inch fillet knife. And they're a little bit on the tough side to fillet. They got really tough scales, and they're built like this for a reason, because they live by pilings, they live by structure. They actually a lot of times have rocks in their stomach from eating stuff off the rocks, off the crustaceans, off the I'm forgetting the name right now. The stuff that grows on the sides of pilings and stuff. Anyhow, all right, let's dive right into this though. We're just gonna stick the edge of the blade right in, just like that. You can just make that cut and avoid dulling your knife really easy just by inserting it through the fish scales, just like so. Turn your knife right around. But I was fishing a dock with shrimp on a jig, and I was actually just kind of looking to see what was in the area. Let me see if I get this back through. There we go. Just make that cut straight down. And when I was reeling back up my bait to pull it back to the boat and make another cast, I saw a sheep's head follow my bait out. So I was like, oh wow, there's a sheep's head there. So once I saw that, I was using a jig like I said, but I went even smaller on my jig because I wanted to have the lightest presentation possible. And sheep's head are smart, very smart. If it's not sinking properly, it doesn't look normal in the water, they are not going to eat it. So I just made sure that I ended up reducing the size of the jig to 132 size crusher jig and put that out on 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, and after a few casts finally hooked a sheep's head. And they're, like I said, they're bait stealers, so it kind of takes a lot of practice to figure out when they're biting and then when to set the hook on them. And I like a small jig because it easily hooks them in their really tough mouth. They're the only fish that looks like they have human teeth. So now I'm just using the flex in the blade here and just going down and following the curvature of this fish's body. Oh man, this meat looks so amazing. So excited to have sheep's head. They are delicious. They also get huge. They get up to like 10 pounds. It's insane how big they get. I've never caught one that big. I think my biggest ever was 21 inches long. So I know I could break my record hopefully this year. We'll see. I know the big ones move inshore certain times of the year, so I'm really excited to see if we can get into the big boys. But I'm happy. This fish keeps. We got dinner, and we got a couple other delicious ones as well. And then just like so, just fillet that off. I really like to keep those rib cage bones intact so you don't open up the innards, even though I did kind of like right there, but that's not a big deal. But there you go. He's all filleted up. And you can see how snow white that meat looks. It looks absolutely delicious. I'm gonna switch my blade, even though I really don't need to. I'm just gonna do it. It's already clean and ready to go. And this is my 9-inch Smith fillet knife. And don't forget about my code, DarSizzle15, for 15% off all of their knife sharpeners and knives on their website, plus free shipping. So this is a great gift for your outdoorsman or your hunter in your life, and women, children, men, all that stuff alike. All right, and then of course pin bones right here in the middle. And just whack those out. There you go. Wow. You guys can't hear that wind, but it is howling out here. Hope we get to go fishing soon because it's nasty. All right, there we go though. There's that beautiful sheep's head fillet all ready to cook, boneless, skinless, and it's gonna be delicious. All right, sweet. So I hope I kind of explained that correctly on how I was fishing for these fish, but if you have, of course, any questions, be sure to leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other side of this fish, and then I'll meet you guys in the house for the cooking with pudding portion of this video.
Thanks so much, Sizzle, for flaying up those sheep's heads, the fish with the human teeth. Welcome, guys, to another edition of Cooking with Pudding. And today, even Darcy's laughing at that one. And thank you, Darcy, behind the camera as well. So you're switching from flaying to photography or videography. All right, so today, I'm gonna do a little bit more presentation. I'm gonna keep it nice and quick though, and we're doing a lemon basil cream sauce. All right, I got all the ingredients all laid out already. We got a pan up to high. We got lemon and butter in here. We're gonna basically just sear this fish on each side for about 2 or 3 minutes. You get some close-ups in here, Sizzle. All right, guys, we're back. It's been about 3 minutes, and of course, it's gonna vary on how thick your fish is, but take a look real quick. I just wanna show you, I got some white coming around the edges, so that means it's time to flip, all right? So we're just gonna flip it. All right, guys, that cooked really fast, so I'm gonna take that off. Now I'm gonna cook the remainder of my fish here. I got a couple extra pieces I'm gonna throw in the pan, and then we're gonna get to the sauce. All right, guys, I got my extra pieces done. Now, one thing I liked about this recipe is, you know, Puddin' always likes to do everything super easy, right? And super yummy, and super well cooked, and kind of low diet, right? Like kind of low fat or whatever. So we got cream in this, but it's not too bad. First thing we're gonna do, we're using the same pan. That's what really turned me on about this. We're gonna lower the heat to about medium. Should have done that before I put the lemon in, but I just added lemon in the same pan to all that nice fish fat I had in there, okay? And of course, leftover olive oil and the butter. So we're gonna whisk in that lemon juice, and then we're gonna whisk in some heavy cream. Nice We're just gonna let this reduce, right? Whisk it in nice. And then, this is basil from Darcy's garden, literally fresh basil. She's got monstrous pieces in there, but we love basil. Whisk that all together. Come look in here, this sizzle. It's gonna take about a minute, and this is just gonna thicken up, and it's gonna be a nice sauce for that fish. All right, Darcizzle, let's see how it is.
Let's taste it.
I may have had a taste.
I love the cream sauce. We usually make like a lot more, so this is like perfect now. Little
Yeah,
serving.
this is our lunch. We have a sheepshead and lemon basil cream sauce.
Yeah.
Darcy loves lemon and I love cream, so this is perfect for us. Had to taste. It is super good.
You get a little bit of that potent like lemon in your mouth at first, but it really goes well with the basil and the cream. It's yummy.
Yeah.
Super good. Thank you, Puddin'. Crushed it again. Simple, easy recipe, and just keeping it low on the cream for his diet.
Yeah, as long as I'm not having big potatoes and rice with it, I'm fine.
Yes.
And part of the differences here today was we kind of seared the outside of that fish a little faster than I usually do. And I added some sugar into that sauce because I think it was a little lemony. But that's about it.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Looking forward to catching more and bigger sheepshead in the coming
Yes.
months. We got a lot of awesome fishing headed our way, so I'm excited. Just not excited for the cold weather. But thank you guys for watching, and until our next adventure,
Follow your dreams
and keep on catching.